guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. A great big shout out to my channel members for supporting my channel. Thank you. All right, so this is the first installment of Crack the Vault collab hosted by Poet Spice. In the description box, you'll find a whole bunch of channels that are participating in this monthly year-long collab. Every third Friday of the month, we'll be posting a video cracking the vault of things in our stash that are either never used or over 6 months old. And it's sort of a riff on the one that we did last year, which was the stash dive. For this year, I plan on doing very similar things every single month, where I'll be creating journaling cards either for my A6, my A5, or maybe even perhaps for my Hobonichi. But that's going to be the route that I'll be taking, and hopefully you'll be enjoying this series with me. So both of these paper pads I have had. This one actually belonged to my sister, so it's at least 10 years old. This one I've had for a few years when I had my Etsy shop, and so I've already cut down some papers to size. You don't need the same exact materials. It's just I wanted to show you some ways to create some journaling cards, because I do want to add these into my journals in a variety of different ways, and that'll actually be its own separate video. But you could also scale these down and size them down to make card fronts. So they aren't specific to journaling, especially when you see what I'll be doing with some of these items. So I have cut some sheets down. So the measurements of this is a little more than 8 inches high and 5.5 inches across, again, to fit my A5 journal. I'll be doing a variety of different sizes over the months, just because I want to build up a stash of cards for me to use. Actually, I think let's build on this one. So I'm going to have some washi tape. Now I actually have way more washi tape than this, but these are the colors that I have been enjoying. And then in my mode term case, I've just got various bips and bobs of things, and we'll be incorporating some of that as well. I just wanted to do a quick collage on here, because again, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to be using this. I know I want to build up a stash of collage sheets so that when I am putting things together, it's just easier for me to do. Now I do like these, and this in and of itself, and again, if I can find any of these, because this was a kit with some of the papers and some stickers and whatnot, if I can find them again, I will link them below as the collage set. But I think that's too big, and I do want to keep quite a bit of that, so we'll put that to the side. These are some reliefs of some dies that I had made. Oh, I like that one, although the edges are not square. So let's use that. I just want to make sure that my edges are as straight as I can get them. Sometimes I like a torn edge. In this case, I kind of like that it isn't. And I do kind of like seeing that behind it, but also I think the colors work well together. So I'm going to use double-sided tape where I can. And then I'll put a little bit of wet glue in here. Just to give it a little bit more security. Okay, I like how that looks. Kind of like how that looks, although I don't want to go too heavy-handed on this, because I may want to add more, because I'm just doing a whole bunch of collage sheets, and then seeing what it is that I need on a monthly basis, because this is probably going to go in my reading journal. And so I don't have any specific monthly setups in mind or monthly themes. It might be dictated just by my mood. It might be dictated by a particular book. And so I can always add things, but I do want to just create some jumping off points. I kind of like that. And we'll put this on. I'll have another look around. And this is just a variety of things I've collected. I've got a variety of things all over the place. And let's see about adding some washi. I'm kind of liking this purple. All right, so that's what I've got so far. And then I still have this. So my hand lettering journey, I picked this up from Etsy. And let's put this one. Set yourself free. So let me show you. This is just an A5 Maisie Lane Co. journal that I have, and this I cut down to size so that I can do one of a couple of things. It is the same height, so if I wanted to, I could just tip this in and then just have this as where this is the deco. I could always add more to this and then use this as an actual writing or journaling spot. I could actually just size it down by 1/4 of an inch and just use this to cover the page as the deco, and then have the other side of the page to do the journaling and whatnot. Some months I want to write a lot, some months I don't, and I usually do a 2-page spread per month. So this does give me some options, although if I wanted to, I could rip this down and then add this as just an element on the page. But that's how I've created this one. Let me show you some others that I've created earlier. And again, in the A5 size, this one I used one of those big stickers that I had shown you because I love the collage look of it, and then just add some additional stickers to it just to add something a little bit different. And again, I could use it as a tip-in, or I could just glue it down to the page. I don't mind sacrificing the back side of the page. It just really depends on the purpose. And then this is another one that I had created. Again, collaged elements where I've got some paper, some washi, and some stickers, and then I can use the back. And if anything, this is the one I'm leaning towards January for my reading journal, and this would be the front. And then this would open up, and I might have some quotes on here from the book that this is the color I'm choosing, but I've still yet to play with that. But again, I'll do that in a separate video. All right, guys, I'd love to know what you guys think. Again, every single month of this collab, I will be doing some sort of journaling card or cards with you, just because I want to build up my stash of journaling cards to use in the variety of journals that I have. All right, well, that's it for me for now. And as always, aloha.